number one team in the country with a win series, but now you have to jump right back into it and face a team that was number one. It just keeps going on in the SEC.
Oh yeah, every weekend's gonna be a grind. There's good teams top to bottom, but we're excited. We like our chances this weekend.
When you saw the polls today, did y'all have any hopes that maybe y'all might jump up to number one?
The midweek losses kind of took that away from us. Just kind of the elephant in the room as far as the polls go, but we know we're a really good team and the rankings don't really matter.
What's happened with this team since that time? What did anything change with y'all's mindset, or have y'all just kind of picked it up?
I think we just kind of keep that in our rear view now when we play. We realize that any day we can lose to anybody. Anytime we step out there, we can also beat anybody in the country. So we don't think about it, but it kind of takes a little bit of a toll.
What do you think it says about this team? Y'all lose Friday with Dakota on the mound, but you bounce back and win Saturday and Sunday at a place like Gainesville.
It's a big tribute to everyone else we got in the bullpen. All of our starters did great. All of our guys that came out did great. We swung the bats well. We got timely hits on Sunday. So, top to bottom, we're really good, and we're proud of that.
What's the atmosphere like in the clubhouse and in the dugout with this team right now?
It's so much fun. Getting to the ballpark every day, practice day, game day, it's fun because we know that we got a chance to win a national title.
What was that flight like back from Gainesville last night?
It was fun. It's kind of cramped, but it was a good time. I can't really stand up straight on the plane, but it was fun. It was nice to come back with a W.
A lot of guys returned from last year's team, but Gavin mentioned the newcomers being a big part of what y'all been able to do this year. What have you guys added, not just the freshmen, but the JUCO guys? What do you feel like you've added to this team to kind of push them in a different direction?
Well, you look at the JUCO guys, we come from all over. I played in Florida, Jack played in California, Blake in Alabama, all the other guys are all over the place. So, they say that different places of the country play different brands of baseball, but we just all bring what we've learned to this program, and we're all meshing together really well.
What does it say for this offense that every day, every game, somebody else can, especially in the power order between yourself and Gavin and all those, somebody steps up and makes a big play, and there's no pressure on one guy to carry anything?
Yeah, it's nice. If one guy doesn't have a good day, then somebody's going to have a good day because there are guys top to bottom, 1 through 9, and even guys in the dugout that aren't in the lineup every day that are still really good players.
When you see a guy like Gridley hitting shots, you start thinking, this is an offense that can do anything?
For sure. We never hear the end of that. It's funny because Gridley's a little guy, but he's got power too, and it's always fun for him to get a ball out of the yard.
Do you guys want to get a one-up on him and Holland after what they did on Sunday now?
Yeah, for sure. We got it going on at the house. I live with Gridley. I always want to hit more home runs than he does, but it was nice for him. I'm glad he could do that for us.
Since you won the game, could y'all make a little fun of Holland getting robbed of his home run?
A bit, same thing with, I think it was UGA when he got that home run pulled back from right field. He was joking about it, saying he's not going to hit one this year, but he'll get one out.
You got to experience a little bit with the Ole Miss series with 10,000, 12,000 people in the stands, and there'll be a big crowd this weekend, of course, all weekend. What's that like to be out there on the field at Duty Noble and just have the place packed?
It's so much fun, but, that's what I signed up for coming here. I spent enough time playing in front of 50 people at JUCO that it's time to play in front of the big crowds and then in the future move up and see where it goes. When
you get Robson back in the order, what's it like being in a power or production slot when you got both him and Mangum hitting up in front of y'all and getting on base?
Oh, it's a lot of fun. I was blessed with it last year. Our Kyle Hand, who was here, was always on base for me. We had another guy who was always on base, and it was almost like candy because every other swing was RBI. Even if I'm getting out or I'm getting on base, it was just somebody always in scoring position. It's really relaxing.
How impressive is it what Mangum has done these last couple of weeks?
It's awesome. We don't know how we do it, or we don't know how he does it, but he does it for us. And Coach Cohen kind of compares him to Frazier, Adam Frazier, where he was just getting knocks to fall everywhere. But whatever he does, it's working for him, and we're happy for him.
I'm sure you've heard stories about Super Bulldog weekend, but what are you expecting? What are some folk tales that they've told you in the dugout?
Just big crowds, a lot of energy, but we can't get too emotional. We just got to play baseball.